Hi, I'm Debbie and welcome to my channel, Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're doing a long reading for the entire month of July for my Tauruses. Hello my Tauruses, how are you? I hope all is well. So this is a long reading, so I use 3 decks. I use my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards, and that gives me that main message. Then I follow up with my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards, fills in those gaps, and then I finish up with my Osha's and tarot cards, those are our advice cards. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. So, I am for July, August, and September doing the 1 month because, I don't want to inundate people with extra videos, but you seem to like my short videos a little bit better. I do think that there is value in the longer video because it kind of gives you an overview of what the month is going to be like. So the other thing is July has a ton of energy, tons and tons of energy going on with it. So I did a 12-minute 22-second video that I'm going to insert right here. We'll see how well my video editing program works, which you're gonna know it's not seamless and colors are different and everything. So I'm sorry about that, but we're going to insert it now, and I'll see you on the flip side for the readings. July is going to be filled with a lot of energy. Okay, so I did take some notes over here, so if my eyes drift over there, know why I'm doing that. But July, we start off with a new moon on the 2nd. And the 2nd, we also have a solar eclipse. Now, that's going to be seen more in the Pacific. So the people in the Northern Hemisphere will not necessarily see that. Then, that's on the 2nd. Then on the 16th, we have a partial lunar eclipse on the full moon. And now that will be in Capricorn. And that will be seen more in Europe. Okay? Now, the solar eclipse is when the moon covers the sun. And the lunar eclipse is when the earth comes in between the moon and the sun. So the earth casts its shadow onto the moon. Both of these have very strong energies, and you can expect this energy to last for about 6 months. Probably until the 25th, 26th of December, when we have another solar eclipse. Now, the new moon on the 2nd, this will be in the sign of Cancer, but there's a lot of astrological influences from Gemini on this. Now, the Cancer itself will be more of an emotional time. It will be about family, home. And you have to kind of watch your emotions a little bit because, again, remember, this is energy that will be lasting 6 months. It can fluctuate a little bit. The thing about this is that it's basically holding on to old grudges, old hurts, old patterns, okay? So again, the best thing to do when this happens is to try to forgive, try to forget. Remember, when I say forgive, I'm not saying that you have to, allow that energy back into your life. No. But forgiveness helps you, okay? Though the energy from Gemini, that actually will be bringing about a more playful, fun type of energy. And it will be about, it's a hopeful energy. And it will be about new beginnings, starting stuff. So this is the time. Remember, full moon to new moon is the waning moon, and that's when you release. New moon to full moon is the waxing moon. That's when you request. So this is really a good time. If there are things that you really want, if there are things that goals, aspirations, think about them, write them down. We talk about that all the time. Write them down, post them on the refrigerator. And, because this is about those new beginnings. And again, this energy will last longer. Now we go back to the full moon on the 16th. And that one, like I said, that's in Capricorn. and it's a partial lunar eclipse. It's like having a full moon on steroids, okay? It's that much stronger. Any of these, any of these eclipses, it basically puts so much oomph to this, to the, astrological. Now, let's see. It's time for you to work on your own confidence. It's time for you to stand up for yourself. Now, don't rely on others for your own, don't rely on others so much that, for their opinions, okay? So that's one of the things. But this is going to be there's going to be really intense emotions in the more public scene. This is kind of like that Scorpio moon we were talking about a couple months back. The full moon, secrets aren't allowed here. Well, this is going to be exposing the dirt, okay? So this is digging up all the dirt, having secrets, be seen, then having to deal with these secrets. Now, a smaller, arena could be that you found out that a relationship, somebody has been unfaithful in a relationship. Now, relationships can be work, people, personal, family. And so it doesn't necessarily mean, totally interpersonal. Maybe your work promised you something and, and they had no intention of following through. Maybe you found that this relationship you were in, one of you was not honest or, unfaithful. So these things come out. However, it's going to be on a more public scene too. Public figures, okay? And this is going to be going on until that December. This is, again, many people, okay, I'm reading this, many people will try to keep their behaviors hidden, but without success. This is, the social norms will be torn down. Now, social norms such as, say that, again, we'll use work, say that you've been bullied and, nobody, or there's a bully that you work with. Nobody goes to HR. Well, somebody does go to HR, and then the HR comes and interviews everybody and finds out, yes, there is a bully. So, new policies are written, things like that. But think of that even bigger. Think of that more globally, okay? Think about, just things coming out that, our public figures will not want us to see, okay? Now, this is also important too. This is a lot of, between these two energies, okay, the new moon and the full moon, a lot of karmic binds will be broken, okay? Because this is also, this full moon, because things are being revealed, it's kind of like the Tower card where everything's falling down, but it's, breaking down so it could be rebuilt. This is all about, again, new beginnings. So you have to kind of think about, where are you? Are you the one that's looking to uncover secrets? Are you the one holding secrets? Are you the one that doesn't even know that anyone has secrets, okay? Many times that's me. It's like, oh, I was surprised at that. So just be aware of that, because these two energies are both about new beginnings. But there is a lot of rough tearing down with before those new beginnings happen. It's going to be bigger. It's going to be a bigger energy. Now we go back to the 7th through the 31st. And that's when we have Mercury retrograde. Okay? Mercury retrograde, and that will be in both the signs of Cancer and Leo. So look at, I do put up there, that way that you can see your influencing energies. I do put a website. It's under the About tab, and you can look and you click on the website, put your information in, and it'll tell you. Major things is, of course, your rising, your ascending, your Venus, and your moon. Those are some of the major influencers. So Mercury, what that does is that rules intellect, education, communication, and your thoughts, okay? So we generally think of Mercury as negative because it can be very, very disruptive. Now, also too, the retrograde is actually an illusion of it going retrograde. I don't want to go into what all that's about. Also, there's such a thing called shadow retrogrades. And shadow retrogrades happen about they start about 2 weeks prior and they end 2 weeks later. So we're having this on the 7th. Hopefully I'll get these posted today on the 23rd. So that influence is starting now. So what happens is Mercury is slowing down now, so it can make that appearance of going backwards. Okay? So then that would last until August 14th, the influencing. Now the other thing about it though is that Mercury retrograde is not always negative. It can be, it can be put there. I mean, it can help you to refocus. It can help you to slow down. Now the other thing, and this is really, I like this one, it can also bring back the past. So that's when those people come in that you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you since way back when, and this helps with lessons. This is part of that karmic, so all of this is part of that karmic binds being broken or cut. So with those lessons, those are lessons that you might have learned but you didn't close, or these are lessons that you didn't quite learn but you need to close. So it could be something like that. The other thing, it could be something that we still need to learn from so that it can close. Now, the other thing too is that sometimes the universe uses this time to right a wrong. Now, what does that mean? Say that you were in a very loving relationship and for whatever reason it broke, but you were meant to be in a loving relationship. Maybe you had a career and the career, all of a sudden it just was like pulled out from you, okay? So something like that, a relationship that didn't go the way it was supposed to. Well, the universe is saying, no, you were supposed to have this. So your loving relationship could either be that that person comes back into your life, okay, or because you were supposed to have a loving relationship, a new person comes in, okay? Now, the career could be your career, it, dissolved, you went on, and now it's like your career is picking up again. It could be that you're an artist and things dissolved and then all of a sudden it starts to come back. It's like the universe is giving back to you. Now, you're always, I tell people is, not to start jobs, not to start things in Mercury retrograde if you can not do that, But sometimes the universe wants you to start because, again, it's where you were supposed to be. So it has to go back. The energy is such that it has to go back to the past so that you can go forward again, okay? And then, now, the last thing is that Leo season begins, and that's on the 23rd July 23rd to August 23rd. And Leo is ruled by the sun, and Leo energy is warm, kind, but it can also burn, it can also hate, it can also be mean. So be aware that if you've got whatever these traits are that you may have internally, that you actually have, it could pull those out. So if you have been working on, so again, it can be loving as opposed to being mean. If you've been working on holding, your temper, well, this could be a time that your temper flares up, okay? This could be a time that if you are somebody who is a very big giver, giver of emotions, well, this could be a time where you just feel like you love the world, okay? So I just wanted to add that in, and I wanted to make sure the message was very consistent. So let's see what's going to happen now. Let's shuffle the cards, see what's going to happen for my Tauruses in July. Like you saw, a lot of energy going on, a lot of it. And I'm not sure if I mentioned it in the video, but remember that, full moon to new moon is the waning moon, and that's when you're releasing and relinquishing. New moon to full moon is the waxing moon, and that's when you're requesting. And of course, with the full moon, you just go ahead and you release, relinquish, and request. It's all good stuff. Now, let's go on and see for my Tauruses. So the first and the third card are reversed, so it means, hey, pay attention to me, my Tauruses. Let's see what we have here. The King of Water, trustworthy, compassionate, respected, cultured. Now just be aware, these, these eclipses do carry a lot of energy that's going to affect your emotions, okay? Now in this case, I feel that you're going to be very aware of it, and that you're going to actually have some control over those emotions too. Now, if there are some times that you feel a little bit on that downside, okay, recognize it and say, nope, I know what this is all about. And you might have to let it settle in for a little bit and then turn it around. Don't stay there, okay? This is trustworthy, compassionate, respected, cultured. Oh, also water is, again, emotional energy, and it's fluid energy, and it's our Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces energy. So this is open your heart and mind to those around you, trustworthy and heartfelt advice, charity work. So this is, again, this is about you giving back, you giving to another, but it's also about you receiving. Now, if you're doing charity work, then you do receive a lot of benefits from that. But I'm also feeling that this month for a lot of the signs has been about a more personal type of relationship. Now, I don't necessarily go into, the romantic relationships, but this month, it seems to be more geared towards that. Maybe it's because of the moon phases and all these eclipses, but it seems like, or it might be that people are just more emotional, and because of that, they're more receptive. So I feel that this is one of those times for you that you will have, and again, relationships can be, work, personal, or, family, but I feel it's more personal type of thing. It could be family too, but it could be work. But it's something I feel that you're going to be more, what it says. You're gonna be more open. You're gonna, remember the mind, the heart, and the spirit. You're gonna have that balance. Things are gonna feel better. Things are gonna feel right to you. So that, so somebody could be coming into your life, or somebody's already into your life, and you want to take it further, or somebody that you have a bond with. You're rekindling that bond. But I feel that there's an emotional attachment going on, more so than I have felt for a while. So here's the second, is the Four of Fire. Now it's interesting that we have our Cancer, because remember on the 23rd we go from Cancer to Leo. Now we have fire. Fire is, of course, Leo energy, also Aries and Sagittarius energy, burning energy. We heard about what this is about. And this is contentment, peace, and abundance, a happy home life, the successful completion of a project. So again, I don't know, maybe this Mercury retrograde is slowing you down a little bit and making you realize or recognize, the love that's around you, the friendships that are around you. I really feel that there is this that's July for you is going to be a time of companionship and and being with people that you care about. And that's very, very lovely. Now, it could also be about a job that you just love to work at too, okay? It could be about your family. It could be meeting that person. But it's all about, I feel for my Tauruses, that it's all about joining, and there's an emotional component to it. I don't think that I don't feel it to be stressful component. I feel it to actually be like this, say that you have this is what I'm visualizing. You have a flower pot with a flower, and then you're coming with the water, the water can, and you're talking to it, and it's like, and it's growing, and it's really very, very kind, and I love the energy with that. Okay, next card, again, these are all reversed. The Nine of Fire. Again, that fire energy. Now, just because, this is all wonderful, this is all love and wonderful and butterflies, but this is the one that is also she is the dragon tamer or the dragon slayer. She is the one that's going to go out and, she is going to, she's going to defend herself. She's going to defend her people, her pride, her group. She's going to defend, she's that that lioness that's gonna, she's gonna go for the throat if she needs to go for the throat. So there is something there. So is this part of that emotional? Is there going to be some jealousy there? I don't think it, no, I really don't. I just feel some determination with this card for you. Some majorly determination. So if this is, if this is relationships, then you're going to go, you're going to, are you going to fight for it? I don't know that you're going to have to fight for it, but it's like you're going to do what you can to make sure that this is in a good place. And again, relationship, it could be a job too. Now, so this is don't give up, protect that which you've created, have courage and believe in yourself. So to me, that's a little, now that's a little bit, that believe in yourself. So, here things are, there's this emotional exchange, there's this, so is there some insecurity there? Are you worried that maybe that other, that other person isn't necessarily into you as you're into them? These eclipses is going to feed on that a little bit. Okay, it's especially the emotional sides. Well, let's go on to the John Holland, because there's the King of Water and the Four of Fire, and even the Nine of Fire is not a bad card either. It's all very positive, and it might be that you're just gonna you might know what you want. Maybe it's just, and that could be it too. You know what you want or who you want, and you're just going to say no. It might be, maybe there's somebody in a intimate relationship, and things haven't been, things have been a little bit on the strained side, and you're going to just take the month of July to basically to unstrain it. Maybe there's this person that you've seen, maybe it's a job that you've seen too, or something, some sort of offering to you that you're just going to say, no, I know I want that, and I'm going after that. And I feel that more for my Tauruses. I feel that makes sense to me. That makes sense to me, because it's like, I want that, and I'm going after it, and I can do it. And, and it says, don't give up on it. Don't give up. Maybe it's a dream that you've been having, and it's, again, don't give up on it. Okay, let's go ahead and cut and see what we have here. And 3 cards down. First card, temptation. Ooh, temptation. Temptation is it, so is this something that maybe you shouldn't be wanting? Is this something that's calling to you, and maybe it's not necessarily going to be the thing that really is the best for you? That's something that you're going to have to figure this out. You're going to have to figure out why the temptation card is coming up. Is this something that's not healthy for you? Is this a relationship that you really want, but it's not healthy for you? Is this a job that you really want, but it's not healthy for you? And when I say that, I'm talking about, all of it, your mental, your heart, your spirit. Maybe it's not spiritually healthy for you. Okay, so just be aware of that. Maybe there is some jealousy there. Maybe it's jealousy, maybe there's something that has been pulling at you. Now, love begins. Now, isn't that an interesting card? This is lovely. This goes along with all of this. But this temptation card, one, new beginning, love begins, relationships, all of this is all with this. What is the temptation? Is the temptation to maybe ignore this love beginning? Is the temptation to, maybe you're on the path and then you get off the path? I don't know. Maybe that's why this Nine of Fire is saying, defend what you've made. This temptation, let's see what we have now with this last card. The heart chakra. Okay. The heart chakra is actually what the heart chakra sounds like. It is, the heart knows what the heart wants what the heart wants. So is it that love is beginning, but it's with the wrong person? And yet, so all of this is very interesting. It's all, when we talk about the defend your beliefs. Maybe it's like, maybe you're getting into something that's a little clandestine. Okay, I don't want that for my Tauruses. I only want good stuff for my Tauruses. But maybe it is, and you know that it's wrong. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the timing's not right. But this temptation card, it's like here, all these others are very idyllic, and it's very, very positive and going forward. And then we have this temptation. Okay. I don't know. Let's go on. Any advice? Any advice, but I'm going to give you the message that I receive. I'm going to give it to you even if it doesn't make sense to me. So what advice do we have for our Tauruses? What advice? That temptation card. Okay, you want out. We'll cut the cards now. Yeah, let's see what we have here. Okay, this is the card that wanted out. The burden. Okay. So, Mercury's going retrograde. Is somebody from your past coming back into your life and they really shouldn't be coming back into your life? Is that what this temptation's about? Is this that, is this that kind of quiet obsession? Is this that, I don't know. I really don't know. But whatever it is, this is basically saying, do you really want to take that burden on? Do you want to revisit that? Do you want to retake that on? Maybe this is all about, maybe you have this wonderful life starting, or this wonderful, opportunities, and somebody comes in from the back, from your past, and it's like, it's going to upset it all. You know what I mean? It's like, and I'm not saying I'm going to use it as an example. So maybe you are in a wonderful job. Maybe you have a wonderful relationship and everything's going really great. And an old job calls you up and says, I want to offer you twice your salary. Or an old boyfriend, girlfriend comes back into your life and it's one that you thought was pretty darn good. And, but yet that in the many ways it wasn't healthy for you. So this is what, so you're going to have some time. Whoa, this is really very, for whoever this is for, it's like you're going to have some decisions to make. What are you going to do? If you go back, you burn your bridges with the other parties, and then you wind up in the same situation, and so I guess the thing is, you have to wonder, if this scenario happens, why did you leave? Why, or what happened? What happened to that relationship that's trying to, weasel itself back in? And I feel weasel. Okay, this is the next. Again, this is reversed. This is about connecting with that higher power, your guardian angel, spirit guides, divine, voice of the universe, whoever it is to you. This is about trusting that there is, that maybe you don't have to necessarily make the changes. Maybe, connect and trust that there is a good plan for you. Many times over, when temptation comes in, it's because we start messing with the plan. Okay, let's go on here. Control. Okay, and that's another thing that we start messing with. Things are doing this, and so and maybe that's what this temptation is. Maybe things are going really, really well, because this is calling me. Things are going really well, and you're just so tempted to control the situation. You want it to be, instead of accepting that other person, who you actually, is right for you, you're like, well, you need to redo your makeup, or you need to get some haircuts, guy or gal, whatever it is, So it's, this card is very much saying, watch out. Now, is it that you're losing control too? All of these are really interesting energies for you, my Tauruses. I hope it's making sense to you, because there's a lot of, well, there's not a lot, but these three cards conflict so much with what, with this really very positive reading. So there's this conflict here. I'm sure you'll tell me what this is. So my Tauruses, as always, know that you are loved and be blessed. Bye-bye.